You want to have a life beyond high school. You don't want high school to be the only thing that's good about your life. That's why I made this video. This video is for you guys who do not want to peak in high school. How to not peak in high school? The only way to not peak in high school is to have plans beyond just high school. One thing that my teachers love saying to us is that if you don't have a target, you can never miss. That's why it's so attractive in high school to not set yourself any goals. Because if you don't have any goals, then that means you cannot fail in those goals. That's just one reason why setting goals is so important. It gives you direction in life. The reason I made this video, the whole motivation of this video, was because I keep on getting stopped whilst I walk in the street by someone who is older than me. And then they tell me, I'm so proud to see you progressing so good in school. Keep up the hard work, keep on pushing. That way you don't end up like I am. That way one day you don't look back at high school with regret. And I thought about that, like, yeah, I don't want to look back at high school with regret. But what if I look back at high school and think, damn, what happened to me? Regret is such a bad feeling. That's what we want to run away from. We're running away from failure. But the thing is, what are we running towards as we run away from failure? I think that's more important than just running away from failure. Because nobody wants to be rejected. Think about it. Nobody wants to look at the report card and be like, damn, I failed at insert subject. Nobody. So then we avoid that. We run towards maybe like getting good marks in our subjects. We pass nicely, I guess. As nicely as the average is. We do good in sports because we like soccer. We like tennis or whatever. But then beyond those sports, beyond those subjects, what lies beyond the gates of your high school? That's an entire world. You know that, right? You know that beyond high school, there's a new life for you. High school, my teachers love saying this. High school puts students in a sort of bubble that shields them from any outside infections and like damage and stuff. Not literally, by the way, not literally. You could still die in high school. But I mean, as in from the adult aspects of real life. Do you know? I'm not even talking about how to do taxes and stuff. I'm not even talking about how to get a job and stuff. Those are things that you already know. Thing is just you don't want that. You don't want to just get a job. You don't want to just be okay in life. You don't want to be just okay in life. That's why you watch this channel. This channel's title is literally how to above. Not how to basic. No pun intended. No pun intended. But this isn't how to average. This is how to above. If you want to be mediocre and be like the rest of the students out there, go watch how to below or something. This is not your channel. This video isn't me trying to incite motivation in you. It's instead me trying my best to whoever will listen. Not everybody will listen. Not everybody will find this message. But those who do find this message, I hope that it does resonate with you. This channel, my job, all I do is I help you become the best student you can be. But beyond that, I teach you how to be above the rest. Thing is, this advice, it does have some elements that work IRL, but the great majority of it is for students who are stuck in the high school bubble. Maybe some of you guys are in the university bubble, but I won't get into that. Once you get out of that bubble, sorry, your homeboy How to Above won't be able to help you anymore. I won't be able to give you more tips and tricks and how to get a job, how to customize your resume, how to do all of those things that you need IRL. That's why you need, whilst I can still help you, you need to plan ahead. A dangerous man is a man who thinks in decades. That's a quote I heard somewhere, I don't know where, I can't remember. Think in decades, think in years. Don't just think that, okay, by my senior year, I want to get 100% in math, and that's it. Is that where you're gonna die? Because that's basically what you're planning for, correct? Be honest with me. If your goals stop at your senior year, that means that you plan to die after your senior year. And that's the biggest problem. That's where we get most of the average guys, most of the 9 to 5s, most of the uncles that stop kids at the side of the road just to tell them that, hey, keep pushing in high school. No offense to them, but I don't take you seriously. And nobody will take you seriously if you peak in high school. So don't peak in high school. Plan for great things even beyond high school. And school, my videos, my channel, school is kind of like the fuel you need to go to those bigger goals. Because if you want your big goal, your main goal is, I want to become a doctor when I'm grown up. You need school for that. You need to pass physics and math and bio with distinctions, actually. That way you can get accepted by Harvard or something, or a medical school somewhere. That way you can study, become a doctor, and now you go saving lives. Of course, I'm not writing off school as, hey, don't worry about school, just focus on what happens after school, because without school, there's no after school. Honestly, without school, if you do not work your ass off at school, sorry for my language, if you do not work hard in school, then you're gonna work hard after school. Buying cheap is actually buying expensive. Another quote I heard by one of my teachers, I can't remember who, I can't remember when. Buying cheap is actually buying expensive. Because you can also take the opposite of this. Think about it. How to not peak in high school. Easy way. This is how To Below would have told you guys how to not peak in high school. Excuse me. He would have told you, okay, the easiest way to not peak in high school, just underperform in high school. That way, whatever you do beyond high school is technically better than what you did in high school. Because it just makes sense. It just makes sense. I cannot complain with how To Below there. He asked me peak. It's easier, it's more convenient, and you get the same outcome. You do not peak in high school. The thing is just, whose advice do you want to follow? Do you want to be above, or do you want to be below? Choice is yours. Thanks so much for viewing the video. If you found the content at all educational, do like, subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment. And remember, it always seems impossible until it's done.